Okay boys, so these are the forged rods that we're putting in. These are spools. They've all been balanced and machined to the exact spec that I need. They're all a matched set. So what we're going to do is now put the piston rings on the pistons and then put the pistons to the rods, and then we can pretty much slap these in the block and the short block's done. So I'm going to be installing the new pistons and rods exactly like the old ones, exactly like the factory ones, which means the bearing tang faces the back of the engine, with the larger valves facing being closest to me. So what that looks like on the new ones, the spool logo goes to the back, and then the arrow on the new piston goes in the opposite direction to the spool logo. So that makes sure that the valve clearances are in the right place, and it's going to be exactly to OEM spec.
One eternity later.
Gudgeon pins are a bitch. If your machine shop offers to do them for you, just let them do them for you. So after about 2 hours of unsuccessfully installing one piston to the rod, I caved in, called up the engine shop and was just like, yo, I can't be fucked doing this. Can you please install the gudgeon pins? And $80 later, everything is assembled. So now all we really have to do is do the piston rings. We've already gapped them, so we just have to put the piston rings onto the pistons, and then we can start actually dropping them into the block. Boys, this is exciting. So I didn't film a lot of the piston installation process because it's same and it's really not that difficult, but all 4 pistons are in, and it's looking good. It's looking good. I'm about to show you now, and I'm gonna test a full rotation with all the pistons in there just to see if everything is rotating nicely and with minimal effort. I was testing the rotation after every piston install just to make sure that it was fine, and if something was wrong then I'd know that it was the last piston I installed. So, but let's test it all together and I'll show you guys what it looks like. So nothing is torqued down yet, but we're just going to see if everything rotates nicely. Everything seems to be rotating nice and smoothly. Yeah, everything in there is so nice and snug. So, wow, boys, we did it. Yes! Yes! Alright, so according to the ARP 2000 bolts that I have installed on the rods, these are 3/8 bolts, so we're gonna have to torque them down to 55 foot-pounds. Sweet, so everything is torqued down, and I'm just going to do one more rotation test. So I'm really happy with what we've done so far. Next episode we're going to be slapping on the head and the head gasket and start tackling the top end of things. And then I guess we can go and put on all the auxiliaries and it'll be ready to drop in the car before we know it. So I know this has been a really long drawn out process because I have no clue what I'm doing. So take this opportunity to learn something with me, because you might come across something like this down the future when you least expect it. So guys, I'm really happy with what we've done so far. The bottom end is all assembled, and next we can move over to the head and finish off the top end. And then the long block is ready to go on the car after we put on all the auxiliaries and all the fancy stuff. So I hope you guys have learned at least something along the way, because I know I have no idea what I've been doing, and I've learned so much. So if you guys have learned at least one thing, be sure just to hit that like button. Let me know that you guys have learned something, because I'd really appreciate it. So I guess I'll see you guys in the next one, and this thing will be making 300 horsepower in no time.